So, Dweller, you got an idea for the video before the big project video of this year?
Yeah, of course. Let me just finish this DVD match real quickly, and I'll send you the audio files and the script.
Awesome, sounds great. I'll be back later. Goodbye. Hmm. I know Dweller said I shouldn't enter the basement without his permission, but I haven't heard anything from him. Okay, let me just find some matches so I can light up this candle here.
Okay, so the best build requires these 4 perks, but they're from 4 different killers. In order to get them all, I need to grind each blood web, get them to around level 40, and then find them each on X killers, and then prestige them to level 3. I have to do this all over again just to get all the achievements, and then start unlocking the depth challenges and stuff like that. All the perks have to be unlocked, and finally I can start working on the survivor build.
What happened? I'm playing DBD non-stop? Uh-oh.
Welcome to the basement, my fellow humans and non-humans. It's been a while. Yeah, I've returned to the basement once again to talk about a game that has been my go-to game when it comes to just playing stuff in my free time for that sweet, succulent dopamine. Yes, dopamine, serotonin. So, what can I say? I really like Dead by Daylight. So much has changed since the last video I made from the first DBD video. For one, I got this cool VTuber rig. And second, I'm currently 94% done with the in-game achievements. I know, it's actually quite surprising, you know, I was like, what? I'm actually gonna have a chance to complete DVD, but it just sort of happened in its own way. And also, I stream this game almost every day on Twitch, which, yeah, if you want to check it out, links is always in the description below. Oh, Resident Evil, it's coming its way for the 5th anniversary of the game event thingy. Well, it's gonna come out before the event, but you know, it's a thing, you know, to celebrate about. And I could now say that I've played the game for about a year now. So where do I start? Well, for one, I remember getting this game due to the 4th anniversary sale and watching the game. You know that it was rewards players for terrorizing people. So I started off maining the Demogorgon, and I think I could say he's my main because like I juggle so many killers back and forth, but I can't really say which one I play the most besides Demogorgon because like he's my go-to fun killer. And I remember not playing survivors back that much lately, since I was like, well, why would I play as the side that gets terrorized and whatnot? You know, what's so fun about that? But now I could say that I've been pretty good as a survivor. You know, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the best survivor, but playing a lot of killer and then just playing a survivor is just a nice change of pace. You know, it also helps me understand both sides much better. It's like, oh yes, there's one location. I know for a fact when I was a killer, it was so hard to hit the survivor here. Let me go here as a survivor to increase my chances of surviving. And you gotta take those advantages. You know, I like that a lot. And, yeah. um, this is so interesting, you know, it's 1 year, man. Like, I'm still processing all this information. I know it's been weird, everyone's like, whoa, Dweller's back, but yeah, the reason why I haven't been back is this DVD, man. It's so good. I remember I was gonna be a Dwight main back then when it came to Survivors, as he kind of reminded me of my old self. The leader role also felt kind of nice, but then that changed months later. I don't recall when it was, but I believe it was during another cell. I decided to buy the rest of the game's DLC to have the quote-unquote complete experience. Oh man, who knew that was gonna start my addiction for the game? Oh no. So I remember I got the rest of the game DLC, and then I was playing the killers left and right. It was a pretty fun day. I was like, yo, I got all these killers, how do they play out and stuff, and yeah, I had fun playing as them all. And then then I was playing Survivor, and I was like, yo, that one's the one. And that's when I decided to make Kate Denson my main. And I even got this cool sweet biker outfit I like to use with her, but I keep the default hair just because I like the default hair already. In case you're wondering, my current survival build is, well, this is my pre-Resident Evil chapter build, which I'm not sure if it's going to change or not. Maybe it might, who knows, but currently I like to run dead hard for that extra escaping potential, spine chill, so, whenever I'm working on a generator, or doing something, I know if the killer's looking at my direction or not. It also helps well with stealth killers, which is a sweet bonus, and also things speed up faster, or like, there's 10 situations like, oh man, the killer's looking at me, but I'm almost on the generator, I gotta use this, to my advantage, and then, yeah, borrow time, because surprisingly I'm altruistic. I don't know how that came to be, I just happened to be like, oh man, I'm gonna get them sweet blood points for saving the people. Unless it's a game where it's like, we're winning really good, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just leave. Because I want to escape, I don't know. And then I got Plunder's Instinct because I like to open up chests and use the items that I acquire in the match for fun, and then keep one, I used to actually run a whole chest build just dedicated to chest items, but I decided to, put borrowed time and the good old other stuff in there, and yeah, this is borrowed time. It's like I had this other perk that might be good add-ons, but I was like, do I really need that? No, so I decided to replace it with borrowed time. And, yeah, I really love my build. It's not the best build, but it's the fun build. So that overall, I believe I'm winning if I'm having fun. So yeah, I like playing Survivors now. Especially because you get to explore these amazing locations and being chased by these creepy original killers or these famous icons while playing as other icons. Like when it comes to third-party survivors, my favorites are Cheryl Mason and Ash Williams, but it might change with the Resident Evil chapter. Who knows? It's just like, oh my goodness, there's just so many characters to play as. This is one good benefit about the game, that there's a role for almost everybody at this point. Now, the more exciting topic is my experience of playing Killer after this whole long period of time. And I can say finally, I'm the new king of the killers. Okay, I'm joking. I still got much to learn, and there's always room for improvement, which I really do like this. I haven't cracked the code and find the optimal build that guarantees me the 4K run while all the generators are still not finished, but I'm still constantly experimenting with killers and their add-ons and their many perk combinations. Sometimes I like to make this movie-accurate builds, sometimes I like to run perks that slow down Survivor games, sometimes I like to run a build that just makes Survivor mains get angry. I just love how in DBD there's so much customization to killers and Survivor builds to strengthen your playstyle or to find a new playstyle. Now let me tell you a story that made me realize this game is Survivor-sided. Adept achievements. Oh gosh, I'm getting flashbacks now. No, not again, not again, no, no! Okay, adept achievements are achievements you get when playing as a character and quote-unquote winning with their 3 personnel perks to come with. For survivors, all you do is escape and call it a day. Killers, well, I just say, it's not just kill the 4 survivors and call it a day. You gotta win, but not too good. You gotta win good enough, but not too high or not too low. The higher the rank, the harder it is to get this achievement. You're punished for playing good and rewarded to play in this weirdish mix-mash way that you wouldn't normally play. When I get these achievements, it's no longer trying to game end these survivors. It's like wondering how many points do I need left to get the survivor live long enough in order to get more points. Some points are not even in your control as the survivors disconnect, die purposely on their first hook, or not getting saved by their teammates and can affect your score. You better pray that when you're going up against a team that oh my goodness, that the teammates that they're working with are pretty good, and they're gonna be, you know, in a system that just goes against you this whole time, you know? You better hope that they didn't give up because you were too strong, or just outright defeat you. What were they thinking? Shouldn't the goal be killing the survivors? Why do I need to worry if, oh man, did little Dwight get saved on his first hook? Or oh man, I better worry, I might have pushed Nia a little bit too hard, I don't want her to disconnect. I'm so glad that I'm done with these achievements until every new chapter comes out, which, just like Curse, but at least the whole wall of achievements are just done. Is the rant over?
Nope.
No, there's one last thing I want to rant about, and that has something to do with nothing with the gameplay, luckily. It's just something really small and minute that doesn't bother the majority, but it bothers me. It's the prices of legendary skins. Let me break this down. You could buy a normal sized chapter, which includes 1 survivor, 1 killer, which comes with 6 unique perks with them, for around $7. A chapter with 2 survivors and 1 killer, like the Stranger Things or in the Resident Evil chapter, go for about $12. I'm sorry, but when you quote-unquote market a new character with no perks, but just a new model swap for $15, I'm not going to be pleased by this. Current legendary skins will get you currently, the legendary skins are getting a slight rework where the characters are going to appear unique in their UI, and as well as that have the character's name when you're playing as them. But from what I've seen in the files, only the Resident Evil legendary skins are going to have unique voice lines. Other legendary skins still use the base voice / sound effects that are given to the character they're based on. So for example, Jonathan Byers sounds like Steve Harrington. The Looksee sounds like the Doctor. Like, I'm okay with skins costing $10, but $15 is just pushing it a bit too far. Call me poor, but it's gonna take a lot of convincing for me to even buy one of these. It's a shame since some of these skins are based on great characters and portray unique monsters like the Minotaur or being a legendary skin, or Krampus for the Trapper. I'm like, I want these, but I'm sorry, $15 is too much. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Am I the weird one? Maybe everyone's like, oh, Dweller's just a cheapskate, man. Like, oh, it's just $15. I don't know. Am I in the wrong? Please tell me in the comments below. Maybe there's some person that could justify the $15 price tag, because I currently don't see it yet. But yeah, that's all the negative parts of the video out of the way, so I could just talk about the fun moments. I've witnessed, you know, a lot of things and gained new knowledge this whole year of playing DBD. So at some point of my DBD career, I decided I want to complete the game 100%. I could assume it only happened at some point when I was getting most of the depth achievements already done, and realized that, hey man, once I get these achievements done, well, I'm almost done with completing the game. Might as well put the extra effort to get in the rest. There's one story worth telling, and that is Evil Incarnate. To get this achievement, what I had to do was, quote-unquote, in a public match, kill all 4 survivors with tier 3 Evil Fin, quote-unquote, which you only do that with the shape, which is Michael Myers, which is easier said than done. I ran both of Michael Myers' ultra rare add-ons to have a permanent tier 3 within, and have the ability to kill survivors with my tier 3 Evil Within. That's a tongue full already. But you may say, oh, that sounds easy. Boy, you're so wrong. For starters, getting to tier 3 requires you getting all that yummy stalker juice from each survivor, and hope by the time you level up, the match isn't over. Game after game, it ended in failure. Like, my hope level was up and down. It was all over the place. Like, every time I thought I was gonna make it, the match is over. Or sometimes just didn't get it at all. It was so many times I had false hopes, and even when the games where it seemed perfect, until the last person went through the hatch, then it happened. In Hopkins National Laboratory, I was gaining my levels at a good pace. The whole time I was wondering, where on earth is the 4th survivor? Then I saw them. They all grouped up, except for Adam, which got me a bit nervous. I already got all the stalker juice I needed out of him, so I didn't really need him there, but I was still worried about what if he finds the hatch. Alas, I started the killing. My heart was pounding. I had 2 thoughts in my mind. I was hoping so hard no one disconnected while I was doing this, and two, I was wondering where's Adam. I got the third survivor kill and I began going down the first floor when I saw Adam, and instead of killing him, I accidentally locked him down. I was like, no, I was panicking. I was like, no, this can't be happening. But then I thought to myself, wait a minute, what if I just pick him up and let him struggle out? So I did that, and once he struggled out, I killed him. Oh boy, my heart was pounding. It felt amazing getting that achievement. All that to get Entity Displeased as my game match rating. What were they thinking? What were their devs thinking? I gotta wonder when they were thinking this achievement. I know this was made in old DBD time, but still, oh gosh. And that's like the hardest killer challenge. I still haven't done the hardest survivor challenge. Like, oh man. Anyways, before I had a great understanding of most killers, I never understood the appeal or even could perform well with many of them. Until those adept achievements, it helped me master and understand the killers much better. Now I got an appreciation of the killers like the Trapper, who I thought was just a simple M1 killer, but setting up a trap against a survivor mid-chase is so satisfying. And the adept achievements also helped me understood many perks like the Pigs Make Your Choice, or Hag's Devour of Hope, or Spirit's Rancor. These achievements ended up making me love the game even more, and by seeing how much more the game has to offer. Even those challenges that were like, play this killer and this, and do this X amount of times, like Clown downing 100 people, the Pig, 125 traps, and stuff like that. It made me appreciate the powers and the perks and stuff that I wouldn't normally even tried or bothered with. Now, one thing I rarely mention in videos is soundtracks from games, shows, and movies. Well, I could say the DBD theme has grown on me. It has two main versions, there being the Survivor and Killer versions of the same. It's the same music piece, it just has different instruments, which affects the overall tone. The Survivor version uses acoustics and gives off this somber vibe, like, these survivors on this endless loop of death and escaping, but even there's a little small sense of hope that maybe they will make it through this. The Killer rendition is like, uses the same little music, but just different instruments, which I believe are electric instruments, and it gives this feeling of power. Now, that's not the best part. Why the theme has grown on me so well is because there's so many remixes, like the Lunar New Year theme. Love it. The Killer remix is better. Like, for example, the Oni's theme uses traditional Japanese instruments, and it just sounds amazing. You get this idea of tradition and opposing strength running down while you're hearing this theme. It's a perfect fit for the Oni. The Demogorgon has this 80s synthwave version that fits so well. Pyramid Head's theme is like top tier, and it feels like the embodiment of Silent Hill itself. And the upcoming Nemesis version has this orchestra music that makes you feel this immense power of the Nemesis. I really love it a lot. I really like how they use this theme over and over again, but just remix it. I don't know. The DVD theme is really grown up part of me. It has many great music pieces, and that's not even talking about the Killer's unique chase music. You gotta appreciate it when playing you appreciate it the most when playing as a survivor, as the chase music changes depending how far you're away from the killer. When you play as a killer, you only hear the final version of the theme, which I don't mind that, but hearing the distance versions also sound really nice. Like, the Demogorgon might be my favorite. You hear these eerie sounds in the background, and it builds up tension, and then it has this amazing boom 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 theme. It's just really good. It creates a lot of atmosphere, especially when you don't hear him. The chase music, just here in the distance, you just sense like this sense of dread. And the Nemesis theme fits so well. Like, it's really like anxiety inducing. Like, you don't want to be near the Nemesis just for how much tension it builds up. Now, last time I did this video, the Blight was the new killer. What do we have now? Well, we got the Twins, which are a pair of killers that are really fun to play as. Playing as a small, fast character is just so much fun. The Trickster, he was unexpected, that's for sure, but I love the sound design of the killer, the way he laughs while chasing, and the voice lines he makes, and like, it's kind of funny because I think he's the only killer that struggles to pick up a survivor. Like, "Ugh," like he's having trouble putting them on his back. And the Nemesis is just really fun to play as. I played him a lot in the PTV, and I think he's going to become a secondary main. As I love playing as this hulking bioweapon, punching down people, using his tentacle to end chases quickly. And even has this nice Easter egg of him saying, "Store." Well, actually, it's the remake Nemesis. He says, "Stores." But he says that whenever he finds a Stars member in a locker or when he moors them. So that means he's one of the few characters that could talk, which I guess that means Ash, the Plague, and Trickster and Nemesis are the only people that could talk. I mean, do we count Nemesis? He says one word. I mean, then again, in the games he said one word, but I don't know. But Trickster speaks Korean, Plague speaks ancient Babylonian or some old English, not old human language, and Ash is just Ash. Thank you, Bruce Campbell. Thank you so much. DVD is just a game that I just keep coming back. Well, since I just love the gameplay. Is it balanced? No. Is it fun? Oh, yes, it is. I had many games where the odds were against me. Even then, I took it as a challenge, and it felt great whenever I won those challenges. I just love playing this game as there's so many characters with so many unique abilities, and the game just keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's not even talking about the crossover elements, which makes it even more better. Yeah, I just love this game a lot. I don't know. Was it really warrant a second video? Who knows? I just want to talk, and I really do hope that I do talk more on this channel again. Sorry for being absent for a while. I've been the Basement Dweller, and I just want to talk about DBD again. I hope you have yourself a groovy day. I'm going to go look for Redstar, as I think he got stuck in an infinite loop since the basement candle just went off. Oh man, I hope I didn't spook him when he disturbed me. But yeah, I've been the Basement Dweller. Let me just make the TV go. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have yourself a groovy day. I better turn on the candle as well. Bye bye.